Are you looking for some quick and easy weeknight meals? Well, then you've come to the right place. I have got 4 quick and easy meals to make for your family, so come on along. Let's get cooking. Hello, family and friends. I'm Susan, and welcome to my home. Hey, friends, are you ready for another 4 amazing quick and easy weeknight meals? Well, I have got 4 of the best recipes this week. So if you see something that you like, all you got to do is press that little share button and share it to yourself or share it to a friend, because honey, these recipes this week are gonna be amazing. Your family's gonna love them, and you'll get raves on how good the food is. First night is gonna be an absolute favorite. It's called Million Dollar Chicken Casserole. One of the best things, I swear, I've ever made. It is so good, and you definitely got to try it. So come on, let me get this ponytail up so we can get to making some Million Dollar Chicken Casserole, because this is going to be a recipe you're going to want to save for your menu plans. And tonight I'm going to be making a Million Dollar Chicken Casserole. I've got some chicken I've shredded up, melted butter. I've got some cottage cheese, sour cream, and cream cheese. Yep, it's going to be rich. A sleeve of Ritz crackers, some onion powder and some garlic powder, and a can of cream of chicken soup. So, let's go ahead and get all this put together in the pan so we can get this in the oven so we can have supper tonight. And it says to go ahead and combine the chicken and the spices, the cottage cheese and sour cream are going in. The cream cheese is also going in. I have a spatula, and I don't think that's going to mix it very well, but I'll try. See how this is going to work. I do have to put in the cream of chicken soup yet, which this is not doing a bad job, actually. Just got to keep turning it around. Let me go ahead and add in the cream of chicken soup. Here's the cream of chicken soup going in. Again, going to use the spatula. Well, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll use the spoon. Spoon seems to be the better option here. There we go. Now I've got everything mixed together. I'm going to go ahead and add the sleeve of Ritz crackers. I just need to crush them. It's the bottom thing. I went ahead and crushed them in the sleeve. I'm going to go ahead and put them over the top of the casserole. My husband loves Ritz, so this is probably going to be right up his alley. All right. Of course, he does love it with the spinach dip on it too. I'm going to go ahead and pour the melted butter over top. Trying to get as much saturated as I can. All right. Now it's time for this to go into the oven. We're going to put it in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes. This is 30 to 40. I'm going to check it at 30. I think 30 is plenty good enough because everything's already cooked. I used a rotisserie chicken in this because it says to use cooked chicken. Life is simple. I like it that way. So let's get this in the oven. And it baked for 30 minutes. And look at it bubbling. Ooh, we've got to let this one cool off before we can plate it. I asked Danny what he wanted with it. If he wanted vegetables or noodles or rice, he said noodles. So we're going to be putting some noodles under this on a plate so he can have something to eat. And it looks amazing. And let's get it served up. And here are the noodles that are going to be the base of the dish. And here we go. Million Dollar Casserole on some noodles. And it is so good, guys. I've already had a taste. It's amazing. You've got to try it. It's what's for supper tonight. Taco Tuesday, guys. And one of our favorite tacos, the beef and bean tacos. The beef and bean skillet taco, that is. We love it. One of Danny's absolute favorites. When we go anywhere and Danny gets a taco, he's like, why do they not taste like the ones you make at home? And I said, because For one thing, you're spoiled. For the other thing, I don't make just your average taco. I make a beef and bean skillet taco. Absolutely the most mouth-watering taco you will ever make. You've got to try it. I told you, your family will love them. So, come on. Let's get to making some beef and bean skillet tacos. They're awesome. You're going to love them. Let's get going on the beef and bean taco skillet. I've got some onion. The chopped up pieces are going to be going in. Some rotel, some Goya red top adobo, some taco seasoning, pinto beans, and of course, the hamburger meat, which I'm about to start frying up. So let's get this browned up, and then we'll come back with the rest of it. I've browned my hamburger and drained it. I'm going to go ahead and add my onions in, which is a good little bit, but we love onions, so they can start browning up a little bit. I've turned the heat down just a little bit since everything's brown. And I'm going to let this simmer for about 5 minutes, and then I'll add everything else. And I'm going to go ahead and start adding in some of the other ingredients, such as the rotel and pinto beans. I'm going to go ahead and get those mixed together real good. Just make sure everything is well infused in the pan, which it is right now. Now, the secret to this is, of course, taco seasoning. And I'm going to also put some adobo red top around the pan. Go around twice with it, and apparently Daddy's home because the babies are telling us that. Now I'm going to go ahead and make sure that everything is well mixed together. And then I'm going to turn this on low and let this simmer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Doesn't take long because all this is really good stuff. And, I don't know if you could hear me with the dogs barking, you go 2 times around the outer edge with the red top adobo. That gives it lots of extra flavor. So I'm going to put the lid on this, mush it all down into its nice juices. I've got it on about a 2, between a 2 and a low. And I'm going to let it sit here and simmer for about 10, 15 minutes. You let it simmer for a little while. This is how juicy it gets. Look at that. This is ready to go on some taco shells, nachos, whichever way you want to roll it. So let's get them put together. And whenever I make my tacos, I like to make a taco full of meat. And I just dripped it everywhere, but that's okay. Danny likes to have a lot of meat in them. Between the beans and the meat, it's all so good. The next thing is usually the red or the green, one or the other. And of course a little bit of taco sauce. Alright. Sour cream goes on next, and I do need a little bit more sour cream, I do believe. There we go. Let me dollop that right there. There we go. And some Mexican cheese on top. And here you go. Beef and bean taco skillet tacos. They're what's for supper tonight, and you got to make them. Your family will love them. Now, I love me some Italian sausage, and I love me some gnocchi. And y'all know, you put them two together, and you got a good meal. Quick, easy, simple, and filling. And yep, that's what we're having tonight. So, come on. Let's get to making some Italian sausage gnocchi. Whether you want the spicy Italian sausage or the sweet, either way will do, but you know I do the spicy. So, come on, let's get to cooking. And tonight I'm going to be making some Italian sausage gnocchi. It says it's supposed to be baked, but I'm going to do it on the oven top. You know me, and not heating the whole house up if I don't have to. I've got some baby spinach, minced garlic, salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, some onion. I've got some all-purpose flour, some Parmesan cheese, mozzarella cheese. I've got some chicken bouillon, well, some chicken broth, that is, and some heavy whipping cream. I've got some hot Italian sausage and some potato gnocchi. I'm not going to use this whole thing of Italian sausage. I'm only going to use, it says 3/4 of a pound. I'm not sure how big this is, but I'll look and see. Probably about 2 or 3 of these is all I'm going to use in it. So let's go ahead and get started getting everything in the pot. And I'm going to start on the actual sausage itself. It has a casing on it, and I'm going to go ahead and pull the casings off of 3 of these Italian sausages. And I've got the Italian sausage in the pot browning. I'm going to go ahead and add all the onion in. Like I said, it was a pretty good bit. I'm going to add that in and let this start cooking together for a little bit before we get to the next step. And this has been cooking for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and add in the Italian seasoning, the salt and the pepper, and the garlic. Let me stir all this together. And I've let that cook for about a minute. I'm going to go ahead and add in the all-purpose flour and mix that around real quick. Now I've let that cook for about a minute. They said let it cook until there's no white left, which I'm looking, there's a little bit right there. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and pour in the chicken broth and the heavy whipping cream. Let me get that stirred around a little bit. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and cover this over medium heat for just a little bit till it starts thickening up, because you want this to thicken. That tablespoon of all-purpose flour should help thicken that up. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes probably, and we'll see how it's doing. And I've let this cook on medium for a little bit, and it is thickened up. I don't know if you can see how thick it is. It's creamy now. I'm going to go ahead and add in the gnocchi. I'm trying to be really careful so I don't burn myself. And these will soak up a good bit of the juices. There we are. Let me go ahead and get them spread out so they'll separate from each other. Ooh, perfect amount of fluid. Look at that. All right. And I need to put in 2 basically cups of chopped spinach, which I have got the baby spinach. And I'm just going to put in 2 handfuls, because y'all know they shrink down to almost nothing. I'm going to go ahead and mix that around just a little bit before I put the lid on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on. It is on medium heat. And I'm going to let it simmer for about 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes tops, just till the spinach wilts and gets into the soup area nicely. So let me bring you back in just a little bit. And I'm going to add a little bit of mozzarella. It said 3/4 cup of mozzarella. This is probably around that much. And then it also calls for a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And I'm just going to add a couple sprinkles. It says like 2 tablespoons or something like that. So just a couple sprinkles. And that should be good. Look at that. The cheese is starting to melt. It is thickened up tremendously. And I'm going to go ahead and let this set for just a minute to get the cheese completely warm. And then we'll be ready to serve it up. And here's what it looks like when you plate it up. It looks amazing. I'm sure it's going to taste amazing. But this is what we're having for supper. The Italian sausage gnocchi. And no, I did not bake it. I made it on the oven top. And it is amazing. Tonight we're going to be doing a quick and simple chicken. Balsamic glazed chicken. Quick, easy, simple, and tastes so good. My ponytail is already up. Let's get to making some balsamic glazed chicken. And we're going to do some quick and easy balsamic glazed chicken. Basically, I've got some balsamic glaze right here. And all I'm going to do is basically put that on the chicken. So I've got a bunch of chicken tenderloin that I have defrosted. I'm going to go ahead and just put some of the balsamic glaze itself on the chicken. I know this looks really dark, but it will make it so flavorful. And I want to get a lot of it on each piece of chicken. That way whenever I put it on the grill, it'll brown up. And I'm going to basically drown it in glaze and then put it on the grill and put more glaze on it. on the other side, because I'm going to put this side down on the grill, and then while the other side is up, put it up. Now this balsamic glaze is sweet but has so much flavor, and y'all know I love balsamic vinegar. I mean, this is the one I use. It is amazing. You've got to try it. So let's go ahead and get it on the grill. And I have got this set at 500 degrees just because that's the way a grill's supposed to be. And it's ready for food. I'm going to go ahead and put the balsamic glaze side down on the grill and try to move it to where I can get all the pieces in. And now I'm going to go ahead and put some more balsamic glaze on the other side, because this stuff is amazing. It will make the chicken get really dark, but it gives it a lot of flavor, and it does give it a sweet and tangy flavor to go along with it. So as you can see, I'm liberally putting on the glaze because it is just the best thing. I love it. I've been doing it for a while. And let's go ahead and get this cooking. I'm probably going to do 2 minutes on one side and then 2 minutes on the other, and then it'll be ready to eat. Quick, simple, easy, and amazing. That's what we're having tonight for supper. And here's what the chicken looks like after it's cooked. And it looks amazing. It's not too dark, but it's beautiful, and it is cooked all the way through. I don't know if you can see that, but it's white all the way through. This is ready to put on plate and ready to eat. So let's get our dinner on. And I'm going to go ahead and plate a little bit of the macaroni and cheese on the plate. This is a simple meal. We were out and about all day, so I didn't have a lot of time to plan a lot of things. I'm going to go ahead and put the balsamic glazed chicken on the plate, and it looks amazing. I don't know if you can see that. Look at that. That looks so good. And I'm also going to add a quick salad whenever we go to eat this. And I'm going to go ahead and plate some salad real quick. I don't have a lot to go on it, so it's just basically some lettuce. And for Danny, a little bit of Thousand Island. And a little bit of Colby Jack cheese. There you go. Balsamic glazed chicken, a little bit of mac and cheese, and some salad with Colby Jack cheese, and that is what's for supper tonight. Friends, was that not another week of amazing meals? There are some recipes in there you have got to try. Your family are gonna love them. And don't forget to share this video with your friends or family, especially if you like those recipes. You know, that little button down there that says share, you can press it and it'll let you share the goodness with somebody else. So, until next Sunday, I hope you have a great week. See you then. Well, friends, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you haven't already subscribed, press that button down below and subscribe so you don't miss any of the fun. And let our family be a part of your family.